Hey guys, how you doing? Austin Hilton here with an update on a few stocks that I wanted to update you guys on. As you can tell, I'm not at my office. I'm actually on vacation this week on spring break with the family down in Florida, coming to you live from my hotel room. Took me about 30-45 minutes to figure out the lighting here. So apologize for the audio video quality. Hopefully it's good, but I wanted to get this to you because there's 3 or 4 stocks I want to talk to you about today. A couple of updates on stocks I've already done, as well as a brand new one that I think you're going to really find interesting. This is a stock that is just blowing up and it should do really well. And then I'll update you on a classic stock that I think is going to be poised to really do well with all the stimulus checks going out now. As you know, President Biden passed his $1.9 trillion stimulus package. So I've got a stock for you that shouldn't be too surprising, but I think this company is going to directly benefit from people having $1,400 checks in their pocket. So with all that said, that's what we're going to cover today. Please remember, obviously this video is for entertainment purposes only, and as always, please subscribe, become part of my community. I'm bringing you new videos every single day. Even on vacation, I'm here working for you guys, okay? So please like this video as well. It really helps me out, helps the channel out, all that kind of stuff. So let's do this. Let's jump over and see what's going on in the stock market. Let's look at these 4 stocks. I think you're going to like what I got for you. Here we go. All right, guys, so the first stock I have for you, I hope I'm going to say this name right, is AMRS. So this is a stock that obviously TipRanks made me aware of. I got a news article on this just this morning, so this is brand new information, just kind of hit the presses. So I want to tell you about this particular company and the stock, and then we're going to jump into 2 updates on stocks I've already done, and then we're going to cover the 4th one, which is the stock that I think is really poised to take advantage of the stimulus checks going out. This one, AMRS, though, is really cool. Wait till you see this. Okay, so this company right here, I've highlighted the article for you so you can see it right here in yellow. So this company focuses on develop synthetic chemical replacements for common petroleum, plant, and animal-based product. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know that was the thing. AMRS operates 3 development divisions for cosmetics, health, wellness, and food flavorings, which are offered to the public through their 3 consumer brands, Pipit, Bioessence, and Purecane. Again, I hope I'm saying those all right. But here, so that's what they do. So it's a really interesting market, and I didn't even know that this was a thing. So they're developing synthetic chemical replacements, I guess, to get rid of kind of maybe other stuff, petroleum, plant, animal-based products. So that, again, I didn't know that was a deal. So it's pretty cool. All right, so AMRS, that's what it trades under, guys, by the way. AMRS shares have shown rapid growth recently. Look at this. Taken off in the past 6 months. And we're going to go look at the chart here in a minute. Stock is up 786%, as well as they're beating the street estimates. Look at this. Q4, right here in the green. Q4 marked third consecutive quarter of record product sales. Company reported $80 million in total sales, more than doubling previous quarter's results. Grabbed it wrong. So they doubled the previous quarter results, so they're growing crazy. Of that total, $35 million in product revenue. Product revenue was up 71% year over year. Company also saw a significant year-over-year increase in gross margins, so they're improving their margins, which is amazing. 56 to 66%, that's a 10% increase, obviously. The increasing sales led to full-year revenues of 173, a 13% year-over-year gain. Very impressive. Looking ahead at the end of 2021, the company is expecting to do over $400 million in sales, and that's beating the consensus estimate of 231. Again, just exploding growth, right? Okay, obviously this particular analyst, this Craig Irwin, he's loving it, and he's recommending it as a buy. But look at this. Long-term growth is underpinned by a strong pipeline of new molecules in development. So they've already got 13 ingredients in the market right here, 18 in active development. We expect continued healthy portfolio expansion as these come to market through 2025. Management expects to add another 8 to 10 ingredients to the active development pipeline in 2021. Crazy. I mean, this thing is just growing. Look, unsurprisingly, Irwin rates AMRS as a buy. The $33 price target implies a 59% upside potential in the next 12 months. Again, just a blistering stock, and probably not on your radar, but I thought this one was really cool. I read these articles every day that come out. Don't always bring them to you, but this one got my attention. So let's look at the stock chart. So starting off here, the stock analysis. This is really interesting. It's rated as an outperform. You can see on the screen, right? So it's an outperform. And then what I like about these little snapshots here is this kind of gives you an overall kind of view, consensus, guys, of kind of everything that's kind of being discussed or about the stock on the net. So the analysts are rating it as a strong buy. Investment bloggers are very bullish on this. AMRS sentiment is 100 compared to the sector average of 69. Hedge fund activity is increasing, so the hedge funds are starting to buy this. They've bought 2.88 million shares in the last quarter. Insiders obviously are buying it as well. Tip ranks, the invested, what this is that these are people who actually have their portfolios on tip ranks and they make them public. So tip rank investors very positive. This one's interesting. The news sentiment is very, very bullish. We got a lot of really positive things coming out, and their technicals are looking good. Look at the momentum is crazy, over 1,100%. So let's look at real quickly at the chart. So the chart, stock's down just a little bit today. It's down about 1.29. That's a 1 year. I apologize. That's a 1 year. So look at 5-day. So the 5-day chart is, this is a brand new chart I just started looking at, by the way. I usually use Google Finance. So you guys can bear with me for a minute. It's a 5-day chart. You can see that the stock, down around, down around in the March 11th time frame, 17, kind of bounced back up as the market started coming back from the correction, the NASDAQ correction, et cetera, started rolling up. We've hit our high of 2268, approximately, what was that, March 15th, which was yesterday, by the way. And today it's looking, really nice, okay, 20, 21, et cetera. So yeah, let's look at our 1 year high. So our 1 year, we are at our high. Okay, so let's see what the price target is. So the analysts are saying that we're actually pretty close to our price target of 25.50. But guys, this one may go higher. I think that this one by the end of the year and even a 12-month might be a $30 stock. I'm a little bit more bullish on this one than the analysts are, just because if you kind of look at what they've got going on, I mean, their year-over-year growth, 400 million compared to 231, all the products in development. You can do some more. Look at this one yourself, but this one's interesting, and I think that this one's a real nice little stock, and it's one that you might want to look at and kind of pick up and put in your portfolio. You can kind of see the analysts that are covering it. Craig was the one referenced in the article. You got some particular, you got people saying it's up, $35. By the way, this is an average. This 25.50 is an average. So, excuse me, you've got two particular analysts saying 35, 33, which is kind of like I said. I think this is a $30 to $35 stock, give or take, within 6 to 12 months. So take a look at that one. See what you think about that one. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about our couple of other ones. NIO, obviously you can see it right here. I want to talk to you about NIO. This is an update. NIO is killing it, man. They're doing really well. They're up a little bit today. This one, again, rated as an outperform right here, which I think is interesting. Consensus on analysts is a moderate buy. Bloggers is a very bullish. Sentiment 76 compared to the sector average of 69%. Hedge funds are letting go of a little bit of the stock. We got no insider activity. Tip ranks investors are very positive about this particular stock. News sentiment is very bullish. Got an 83% compared to a 17%. And technicals obviously really good. Fundamentals, return on equity, give it some thought right there. So again, I think that this one's interesting. So let's look at the chart real quickly. Let's look at the 5-day on that. So we got our 5-day. So let's see. We hit our 46.06 back on March 11th. Kind of bouncing around a little bit, but pretty stable. 46.12. Obviously, you know who NIO is, right? They're in the EV space. And right now we're trading at 45.25. Kind of look at our 3-month trend line. Yeah, 3-month trend line. I mean, back when the market kind of definitely took that, that downswing, we hit that $35 range. I actually picked up a little bit of this right around in that area, so I'm very happy with this particular stock. Again, you guys know I'm a big believer in the EV space overall. NIO, XPeng, things like that, Tesla, etc. Okay, so you can see right 40 to 5, we're doing well. So you can see it's kind of, this is a good stock. Obviously not, you guys know about NIO, but I really think that overall the market is very bullish on this particular one. Let's look at what the analysts are saying. Look, the analysts still say that it's a $65 stock that represents a 43% upside. Again, take the analysts with a grain of salt. You love them, you hate them, whatever you may feel about them. I think that this particular stock is actually, I think it's going to be a little bit higher. I think by the end of the year, maybe 12 months out, because the global EV market is just going to explode. These guys are poised to take advantage of, since they're a Chinese company, to take advantage of, the Chinese government, wanting to help their own companies do better. Obviously, in the Chinese marketplace, they're moving into Europe, all that kind of stuff. But you can look at kind of some of the overall consensus. Like there's some particular analysts saying this is 81, 70, things like that. I think if we continue to do well in the overall marketplace, don't have any major corrections, this one's poised to continue to do better. I think that they're a little low on this one. I think that NIO is probably a $70, $80 stock by the end of 12 months, give or take, in the March timeframe. Okay, So let's move on. XPeng. XPeng, you guys in the EV space know XPeng. Just want to give you a little update here. Again, overall, it's rated as an 8. It's outperformed. And you can look at the overall consensus is pretty good, strong buy. The analysts have got it as an average price target of 52.93. I'll give you my opinion here in a minute. The overall blogger and sentiments are very bullish. Tip ranks, these are the guys that have their portfolios public. Very positive. And I always like to look at news sentiment, right? News sentiment's to me kind of like a really good indicator of kind of what's going on in the overall. So news sentiment, we've got 100% bullish right there. We don't have any really new, anything over on this side of it. Let's look real quickly at the chart for XPeng. Let's look at 1 year where we're at. We hit our high of 72 back in November 23rd, 2020, give or take. Right now we're trading at 37. So we're down, about, what is that? Don't do math in public. We're on 45, 50%. I definitely think that XPeng is poised to continue. I think that it will go up dramatically. Let's look real quickly. What do the analysts say this one's going to be? The analysts say it's going to be 52.93. I think they're a little low. I think XPeng is, again, another Chinese EV company that's poised to take advantage of the EV space. The Chinese government's going to help their own, so to speak. I think this is a north of $60 stock by the end of the year. That's my opinion. Again, the analysts think it's 52.93, give or take. By the way, 52.93 represents a 42% upside, right? So overall, you've got some analysts saying, hey, Morgan Stanley saying it's a $70 stock, but the overall consensus is in that kind of 52.93 range. You know what? Let's say I'm wrong. Let's say that the analysts are wrong. Let's say that it's only going to go to, 45. Okay, that still represents a nice little 20% bump, right? I don't see any reason that this stock is not going to be a $45 stock in 6 months plus. So you're looking at a 20 to 25% bump there, overall to buy and hold this stock. I think it's going to continue to do better as long as we don't see any major corrections in the NASDAQ, which, we'll see some of that, right? But I think that the global EV place is going to be good. All right, that's XPeng. Here's the one that, I wanted to talk to you about, right? Apple. Yep, I know, I'm saying Apple. Apple, I think, is poised to take advantage of what's going on in the United States with all of the $1,400 checks going out from the COVID relief package. I think that a lot of those people are going to go buy new phones. An Apple phone's about what, $1,000 to $1,400, depending upon which one you buy. I think that some people are going to not make the smart choice. They should put that money in the market, right? They're going to go buy those phones. They're going to go buy those consumer products. Maybe pick themselves up a new MacBook or something like that. Yeah, I know you can't get a MacBook for $1,400, but you get my point. Put it on a payment plan or something like that. I think that Apple, as a consumer goods product company, consumer good, I'm saying, whether selling not traditional consumer goods, but you get my point. I think that Apple is poised to take advantage of that. And I think fundamentally, obviously, Apple is a great stock overall. Tip Ranks has got it as an outperform. You can see analysts have it as a moderate buy with a price target of 150. Right now, we're trading at 126. So we'll look at that real quick. Investment bloggers' opinions are real high on this, 87% compared to the average. Hedge funds, it doesn't surprise me. Hedge funds are selling out a little bit. Insider it's only 463,000 worth of insider trading, which is really nothing much. Tip Ranks investors a little negative on it, but I think overall, again, take all this with a grain of salt, right, guys? Depends on how you're kind of looking at it. News sentiment, very bullish. Technicals, momentum 79.8, and you guys know the fundamentals if you've followed Apple for any period of time. All right, let's look at the analysts. The analysts are showing, hey, it's $150 kind of what their recommendation, which recommends a 19% upside. I think they're pretty dead on with this one. Apple kind of moves around a little bit, but it's obviously a bellwether. It's a blue chip. It's been there for forever. There's some analysts that's got it as a high. There's 26 analysts covering this. Again, take analysts with a grain of salt. I know some of you love them, some of you hate them. That's fine. I just kind of look at it as a guide point, right? I think that the Apple stock, I think it's $145 to maybe $160 stock by end of year, maybe going out to 12 months. Again, that represents a nice little, 18 to 25+% return. I mean, that's good, right? That's good stuff. And so I think overall, it's a good stock that is poised. Let's look at the chart real quickly, and then we'll wrap up here. So the 1 year chart. So our highs here, 133, 142. So we've already tested those highs. We've already seen them. I think that 145 by the end of 2021 is very doable. I think it could go higher than that. yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. So to wrap up, I just wanted to bring you this real quick video. I'm real excited about that AMRS stock. I think I may look at picking up some of those. Obviously, NIO, we covered that. XPeng, I think those two EV plays are going to continue to be good. I don't see any real issues there, unless we start to see some negative news sentiment coming out. Global EV is going to continue to go up. Apple, obviously, Apple's Apple, and I think at that price point, I think you're looking good to potentially add that to be a direct beneficiary of the stimulus checks going out. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I wanted to jump out real quick. I'm not on the beach. I should be. I'm going to go spend some time with the family. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.